take sports to a whole nother level. Watch the damn tape or you dance with the devil. Get on our level when it comes to the sports. Football field or the basketball court. And on the baseball diamond we shining. Watch the damn tape, keep it rewinding. For the latest news you can use. Watch the damn tape, you can't lose.
What it do? What it do? Welcome back to another episode of Watch the Damn Tape. I'm the Beat Chef. Let's get it in. The Tua situation. Tua recently came out on the Dan Lepertard podcast. Had a good conversation, and the interview ended with some controversial, we'll just call it controversial comments about his former coach, Brian Flores. Now, Brian Flores hasn't been the coach of the Miami Dolphins in 3 years. And Dan Lepertard asked Tua a question, and Tua answered it. But the clip, like most things, the clip went viral. But if you watch, you have to watch the whole interview. But people have short attention spans nowadays. So I watched the full interview because I just wanted to get the full perspective of what went down. After watching the full interview, Tua basically, it was almost like a bunch of friends hanging out, shooting the breeze, and they made the whole setting relaxed. You go watch the video, he's kicked back, got his legs crossed, cutting up, got his hat turned backwards, chilling, almost like you were at Hooters or something with your boys. They're just talking about contracts and Uber Eats and so on and so forth. And they asked him a question early in the interview about coaching, and he kind of glossed over it. He didn't really, the coaching's better, the coach is better. I'm in a, comfortable place, this and this and that. But they asked him some questions early on that later, when they asked him the final question about the coaching style between Mike McDaniels and Brian Flores, the pre questions were where all the devil in the details were. And I'll get to the Brian Flores part later, but right now I just want to focus on Tua. Out of Tua's own mouth, he said he was basically immature.
Watch the damn tape.
Said he had to grow up. Said that I guess he reacts to what people say. He said that now in the pros, and he doesn't really handle his social media accounts. I guess he has a team for that. They handle his Twitter. So he's shielded from his own words. He's basically shielded from what goes on social or whatever comes at him. And like he said, he does YouTube shorts, and if he catches something on YouTube, he'll see it. That's out his own mouth. So I was sitting there taking my notes for the show, and I was like, okay, that's interesting. And then he said, like things that would happen on campus or things that fans would say would affect him on game day, and it would affect his play. And I'm like, dude, okay, noted. Okay. Like, dude, that's weak sauce, but okay. And then, he says, his team handles his social now. So the last question, when Lepertard asked him about the coaching differences between the two coaches, and he says, if you get told every day that you're nothing and this and that and so on and so forth. And I'm like, okay, dude. I'm like, yeah, but earlier you just said that everything on the outside affected your play on the field because you would take in stuff and you were kind of being fake. You weren't being the real you. You were a pleaser.
Watch the damn tape.
So you're a pleaser. You're thin skinned and you're kind of weak. We get it. There's a lot of dudes there's a lot of people like that. But that also goes with how your interaction was with your coach. So he made it seem like his 2 years or so with Flores were terrible. And I'm like, dude, it couldn't have been that. You had some bad moments, but it wasn't as bad as you were making it out to be. Not to that degree, dude. It wasn't to that degree. I mean, y'all had winning seasons in Miami. So you arrive in 2020, the team goes 10-6. You're in the mix. Fitzpatrick's in the mix. You get injured again, and you guys finish 9-8. But there's promise. At this time, there is no track meet on the team. There is no Tyreek Hill and the Jalen Waddle combination on the team. There is no A-Chain in the backfield. So there's not the sprint team yet. The sprint team hasn't formed yet. Voltron, the Lions on Voltron have not joined. But you got something. But you still the injury bug is still hovering over you. And you've already stated on this podcast that outside noise gets to you. And that you haven't grown up. You're growing up, out of your own words. So I find it fascinating that now that you got the great contract, everything's going great for you. You allowed yourself to get drugged back into the past about a person that hasn't even been on the team or in your stratosphere in 3 years. It screams feminine energy. That's what it screams. It screams you're really a soft dude. Deep down. Cool guy. He seemed like he's cool to hang with. Real likable person, but soft. And now, I'm going to say this now and put this on the record. The money is the biggest pressure going forward. The expectations, because he even said it himself, he likes when the Dolphins fans have different varying opinions about him. He thinks it's cool. When that pressure comes down from not winning, or the next time you have a 2-game losing streak, they're going to mention that contract. When you lose a game that you shouldn't have lost, they're going to mention that contract. And you think you had pressure under Flores. The pressure from fans and that media when they turn on you is going to be insurmountable. Trust and believe. Now, to the Brian Flores part. Brian Flores responded. And he took the high road, which he should have done. Did a smart move. Wouldn't even address he addressed the allegations without addressing the allegations. He basically said, yeah, man, I've grown up a lot since then, and he kind of got taken aback by some of it. But he acknowledged his part, which was cool. Both of them were growing. He's a first-year coach. Finally got his spot. Got his chance to run the show, to speak. He comes from the Bill Belichick tree. And if anybody knows the Bill Belichick tree, most of the coaches that have came from that tree are not successful. I mean, if anybody's the most successful, it would be Saban. And even Nick Saban had modest beginnings from Toledo to Michigan State before he finally hit it big at LSU. And then that led to the coaching job with the Dolphins. And then he came back to college at Alabama, and everybody knows the rest of that. But even he had to grow as a coach and a person. So Brian Flores is allowed to have some growth as a coach and a person. Tua himself said he had to grow as a person and get mature. So yeah, I'm pretty sure there was some harsh things said, very harsh. But if you know a woman, you can say things to a woman and they could be minor, and in her head they were major. And I believe Tua took some of that stuff and over dramatized it. Yeah, I'm sure there was a few things that were harsh criticism. I mean, we've all seen coaches, and some coaches can get off the handle, and some players can handle it, and some players can't. That's just it. But in this case, I just think it was two men that were in a growing stage in both their lives, and one took offense to something that the other one did, instead of them talking like men and sitting down. But to come and talk to Dan Lebertard about it, he should have skipped the question. He should have just glossed over it. No, what he should have did, he should have answered the question without even throwing smut. But they set him up. Watch the video. They set him up. They set that up to where we're gonna bait you in with the good vibe and feel good conversation. We're buddy, and then last question. Let's get serious. Let's get the smut. Let's get the detail. Let's get the thing that's gonna make my podcast go viral. This 1-2 minute section go viral, and they succeeded. They succeeded. I mean, everybody's getting content off of it, so it is what it is. But those are my thoughts on the Tua. I just think he's a soft guy, thin-skinned, or was. I think he's just a soft guy, thin-skinned, and if he's gotten any more I think he's just a soft guy with thin skin. May he have gotten more mental tough over the years? It will play out. We shall see. But now that you have told everybody your weakness, people will exploit it going forward. Trust and believe. Thank you for listening. Like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, peace.
Take sports to a whole nother level. Watch the damn tape or you dance with the devil. Get on our level when it comes to the sports. Football field or the basketball court. And on the baseball diamond we shining. Watch the damn tape. Keep it rewinding. For the latest news you can use. Watch the damn tape. You can't lose.